I got the motor dropped off, ready to go, getting it delivered here for the dyno and stuff. There's Steve, and we're just going to do a little bit of updates here on Schuler's 496 for the old school 496 that you guys are asking about. So there's Schuler's combination, and then of course there's the hopeful 1800 horse procharged combination, and then there's Dewey doing a Dewey thing.
He's in the fight mode.
Well, how you been, boss? How's it been doing?
Good. Good. Just fending off the dog. That's enough. Get down. Get down.
Okay, guys, two quick things that I want to address before we take the motor out to Steve's to go get dynoed. One, charge tube. Two is going to be the oil pan. Now, the oil pan I didn't even know until I put the motor back in the car. Why did you put the motor back in the car, Scott? Well, after talking to Steve last night, he and I were kind of yip-yapping about it, and when I ended up doing all of my charge tubes, if you guys remember from a previous video, in that video, I did silicone couplers on everything because I just don't feel comfortable welding up the tubing. Little brackets, okay, I can do that for welding aluminum, but the tubing, I just didn't feel comfortable. So I was gonna do couplers. Told that to Steve and he just went, whoa, stop, nope, you ain't doing it. We're gonna fully weld it. I explained to him what I just told you and he goes, well, just tape them up, bring them to me, and I'll weld everything up. He goes, but put the motor back in the car and tape everything up. I said, oh, okay. And, you know, some people might look at it going, oh, I got to put the motor back in. It's the benefit of being able to use all my charge tubes and how everything is set up in this thing exactly on the dyno. And that is what I'm looking for. So all right, sweet. Oil pan. I didn't know anything about the oil pan until I tried putting it in the car. Once I put it in the car, I'm hitting my steering, and you'll see that in the video here. And at that point, I was like, hey man, can you possibly do an oil pan too? And he goes, I tell you what, do all your marks, show me what needs to be modified on the pan. And he goes, we won't address the pan until after the dyno. Bring it back to your barn, take it apart, do your thing, and then at that point, bring it back to me, we'll modify the pan. But let me see what you're talking about. So that's what we're gonna be addressing here before we take it out to Steve's to go get dynoed. Okie dokie, so this is all taped up, ready to go. Everything is marked for Steve. Got everything trimmed, and as you can see, comes out nice. Going into the intercooler, really, really nice. Blow-off valve shouldn't have a problem coming off of here. Probably be out to about here, so it shouldn't interfere with the tire. Shouldn't interfere with the chill tank. So next thing is I got to order up that coupler for the blower, which is, I think, the only thing I really need. And I got to pick up some 130 needle and seats for the blow-through carb. Having a problem where it was blowing gas out the booster. So, whoop. Okay, it is all said and done on this charge tube. That was the coupler that I was waiting for, the 90-degree silicone coupler. And I just finished up on these tubes here. I had to do a little bit of angling on this, but it all works. Let me go to the other side so you'll be able to see. And of course, that one's all done. You just saw that. So now I'm coming out of the intercooler. I got about a 2-inch piece that's taped up to that 90-degree elbow. And then off that 90-degree elbow, I didn't have a long enough chunk right there. And those were, I believe those are 2 4-inch pieces that came in part of a kit that I bought. Put them together and it worked out pretty good. I had to do a little trimming on that guy. But it's all done. We're all done. So game on. So what you see that is circled, that is what we're going to have to modify. Okay, so I left this up in the air so you guys can see what's going on. These marks that I made, remember with all the steering and everything, this is what I'm going to have to take out. 5 1/8 by 1 inch, then the other side is going to be about 3 1/8 and 1 inch, but I only need to take out that little bit of a section there. But this guy, I have to come all the way into here and take this out. Why? I need this to stay flat because that's my accessory hole to be able to get to the pan. We can't have that at an angle. And right where it's at, as you guys can see, is right in the middle of where everything is. This is where it needs to be, but if I trace that line all the way across, it comes in right there, and we're kind of screwed in that sense. So I'm going to see if we can just remove that corner and then lift it up and then re-weld this in so this will stay flat, and then hopefully we can, instead of going at a 90, we can go at a nice gentle angle to where oil will still flow good. So that's my hope. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What you doing, Dad? What you doing, Dad? So again, we ended up doing just scat crank, scat set of H-beam rods will work out perfectly fine for what he's doing, and with what little bit of nitrous, which is the forbidden word, but what little bit of nitrous we're going to put down it, I can't see that being a problem, you know, at all. So he should be happy with that.
Nope, it'll be fine. Had to line hone it, the main studs, the line hone was way off. Bored and honed. Didn't deck it. It was pretty nice and square, so I know you're trying to save money on it. Waiting for the rotating assembly to get here, and we'll balance it and then put cam bearing soft plugs in it.
Oh yeah.
And be ready to rock and roll.
Ready to rock and roll.
Yep.
And then we got this bad boy over here, which I've been chomping at the bit. I've been working my butt off trying to get that thing done over there. So,
yep.
You know, I know this to me is cool because this is a throwback to like your glory days. You know what I mean? To where
yep.
a blow-through carbureted F2 big block, I mean,
yep.
that brought that put a lot of bread on the table for back in the day, man.
Yep, yep.
You know, and I mean this was so tried and true, which is really cool. So I'm really interested in seeing that kind of an old school, you know, blow-through carb hitting the old, fingers crossed, the 1800 mark and all that stuff, and just plus putting this through a drag and drive. You know, which is going to be really, really neat because, you know, I know everything, you know, with the EFI and just all the latest and greatest gadgets and gadgets, but to show that even, you know, something like this that's 25-year-old technology that I'd say we're probably doing here can still get it done. You know, can still cruise the streets, can make it,
yep.
you know, make the trip and all that stuff and
yep.
and just kind of go through that. So,
yep, so we'll get it on the dyno and we'll hook up intercooler and what fuel are you using? C16?
Yeah, we're gonna go C16, and then basically I was curious if we can do kind of a two-parter on this, like a stage 1, stage 2, because I know with this thing it's pretty much we're gonna have to set it up to run like 850 class, and I know I'm not gonna have 1800 horsepower to run 850s and all that stuff, so I'm guessing 1400 horse, where we put a bigger pulley on it and probably run more on the pump gas-ish setup.
Sure. Yep.
And then
we do that.
change a pulley, change a belt, and then just go for the fences. But
yep.
That was pretty much the thought with this. I'm not sure if there's anything else that we would really have to do besides a pulley change and a gas change.
No, just minimal time or minimal to any, if any, jetting change, but usually minimal, if nothing.
Okay.
So, yeah, easy squeezy.
Yeah.
We'll get her scheduled in, and when I can get at it, I'll call you up, and we'll dyno.
We'll rip this thing on the dyno. We'll have some fun with this. Oh, Dewey's pouting in the background, but it's okay. So, you guys, we ended up just getting everything here. You know, we're getting in the conveyor belt, getting everything locked and loaded. You know, we'll hear back from Schuler's Motor, get that thing ready to go, and then you guys will see the whole buildup of that, and then we'll bring that out, try to get that dynoed out. So yeah, we got all kinds of cool stuff going on. These guys are ultra busy. You know, I'm sure you check out their channel, see what's going on over there, and you will see all kinds of motors, everything going on.
Yep.
The wagon, I was gonna say Kyle's getting Blueberry ready to rock and roll because I think you guys are gonna be doing a little bit of drop the hammer.
Yep. So Drop the Hammer race is coming up in May 30th. Gonna be a cool, fun time. Not many cars signed up yet. Plus, he's not taking many cars anyways.
140?
140 max, and it's actually like 125, and then that was overage cars, you know, that could be extras.
Okay.
But max 140, so it makes for really nice, cool, fun, and you can win money. even you, Scott, could win money.
All I can
Racing.
say is,
Wouldn't that be something?
all I can say is, you got this man who's going to be an unlimited. I would think that Kyle,
Well, since he pays in every class, yeah. Yeah.
Kyle's going to be doing 275, and I'll be doing the dialing. So I'm going to be doing in the bottom of the barrel.
Ah,
So I am going to be joining.
you're not gonna take this?
How soon are we going to get dynoed?
Well, long before that.
Well, I got to do converter and fuel system.
Gotcha.
And at that point, we are ready to rock and roll.
There you
So
go.
pretty much, it's going to be one of those things where if I can run this, great, but I'm kind of looking at doing the dialing stuff, and me and the wife are talking. Yes, me and the wife are talking, and she might run her blown Mustang and do the dialing stuff. If that doesn't work out, the old man's
Gotcha.
got his 2001 20,000 mile Lightning
Yep.
that I might have a little fun with. So
Yep. Cool.
Yeah.
So yeah. So
Yes.
remember, go to the Facebook there. Drop the Hammer Facebook. Get registration, and you can get tickets to go just spectate. You want to come watch? You come hang out.
You can even take
more than
your
happy.
car.
Huh?
You can even drive your car. It was about half price if you want to go in the cruise and you're not going to compete.
Oh, if you're just gonna do a cruise, yeah, I had some kind of cruise thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So all cool stuff.
Absolutely, you guys. So check that stuff out. Please go on the Facebook page, check it out. Carl is an awesome guy. Steve's an awesome
Obviously.
guy. So again, you guys, I appreciate you checking it out. Till we meet again, my friends, hope to see you down the track.